All right, here we go. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. On the the day in which we celebrate the great Dr. Martin Luther King. And one of the things that I do every morning is I'll put it in the video, but there's a street, there's Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. There's this street that I run by every single morning that has this bridge. And, you know, I always, every time, you know, because when you're running, you got your mind right. It's one of the things I do as a therapeutic thing, as I get my thoughts together and things like that, is I envision myself one day having my name on a street sign like that, one day figuring out how I'm going to leave my mark on this world. And here's the reason I tell you that, especially on a day like today. All right. It's very important on a day like today because the way things trend. Now, I was blessed. I was incredibly blessed because I have a father who made it a point, who made sure we knew our history. He made sure. I mean, I can remember being in his studio, and I've talked about this a ton in the past, being in the studio, he had books, shelves of books of not just Dr. Martin Luther King, but tons of people, tons of black men that have made a difference. And he used to make me read it to him. So he instilled in us that, you know, look, Dr. Martin Luther King is a great civil rights leader. However, he was not the only black man. He was not the only black man to make a difference. And it's very important. It's very important that we get that message across to our young kings, because the way things work, the way the media likes to spin things is, and listen, I lived through it. I'm telling you this from a life experience. I was old enough. I was around. The first time I voted in 2008 was when President Barack Obama got put in office, and he became the first ever black president. And what the media did and what people did was they put his face next to Malcolm X's face, next to Dr. Martin Luther King's face, and all that. And there was this feeling of, you know, okay, you know, those people are special kind of black people, and they're the kind of black men that. They're the kind of black men that, you know, only a few of them can be. And what I was blessed with was I had a father who made sure he taught me all of the black history and taught me everything that he could, and made sure even if he didn't teach it to me all, he just made sure, he and my mother made sure that there was an understanding for my sister and I that it's more than just what the media likes to portray, and it's bigger than just one man. You know, this one man was very important to the civil rights movement. However, there were multiple people that had a part in making it so we're able to do the things and have equal treatment today. So I want to make sure I get that message across to you guys to understand that, yes, today, you know, again, I applaud, and I want you guys to celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for all the things that he's done for us. But more so, make sure, especially coming up, we got like 2 weeks now, and then we got Black History Month. Make sure we're also getting the message across that you as the young black man coming up, you have the ability to have that same effect. You don't have to look at a Dr. Martin Luther King, or look at a Malcolm X, look at a Nelson Mandela, look at a Marcus Garvey, or look at the African-American men that have really sacrificed and made a difference and sacrificed so many things for us to be free. You don't have to look at these people as people that are just immortals and you can't be them. You can have that same effect. All it takes is mindset. All it takes is, are you willing to put in the work? All it takes is a great deal of resiliency and a great deal of pride in what it is you're doing. All right, that's really what it's about, because it's really not about color at all. It's about taking pride in what it is you're doing and believing wholeheartedly in what you're doing, whatever you're doing day to day, every day. All right, what you're doing day to day, that, you know, you believe so hard that there's absolutely no one, white, black, blue, green, yellow, Latino, Hispanic, doesn't matter. Absolutely no one's going to get in your way because you believe that strongly, whatever it is you're doing. All right. If you want to dive deeper into all of this, it's makeymove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. That's where you can listen to my podcast. That's where you can purchase all the Plus LY gear. There's a ton of that there. And, you know, just shop till you drop. It's a one-stop shop for all your teamwork and professional development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.